A school-based enterprise is a student-run simulated business conducted within a school setting. Students may offer a service or product to the school and community. A school-based enterprise is an effective educational method for preparing students on the alternate curriculum for life after high school. Using a school-based enterprise, students are provided opportunities to develop functional academics and job readiness skills through active participation, class ownership, teamwork, and responsibility. Let's take a quick look.
That 1 point.
1 times 1.
1. $80.
After we're completed, we hand it to the girls and they stack them. Done. Yes. And then they just stack them up. So at the end of the day, we tally them up. So.
Okay. So the order. And if you need any more material, what have you, just raise your hand and I'll
You got 1 strawberry smoothie.
Planning and preparation is key when developing a school-based enterprise. Specific steps must occur to ensure the business is effective. Start by brainstorming various ideas for the business. The brainstorming process should be a collaborative discussion between students, staff, and administration. Consideration should be given to the school environment and available resources when planning. Next, the team will develop a business plan outlining the specifics such as the product to be sold, methods of advertising, costs, and the targeted consumer. As with any business, personnel needs to be assigned roles and responsibilities. For example, the CEO may be responsible for accounting and monitoring the profit. A customer service representative may be in charge of selling the product and keeping the customer happy. Each role is unique and teaches an array of skills. As a teacher, you will want to assess your students' interests and strengths to establish a baseline of vocational skills and abilities. When planning instructional activities, consideration should be given to providing meaningful opportunities for students to develop their functional academic skills, vocational skills, and social skills. It is important that the instruction taking place aligns to alternate curriculum standards and student IEP goals. Lastly, the team should consider the small learning community in which they belong when developing the business. The business should support the mission of the larger school community. Please consult the DOTS website for planning materials that may be used to develop the business.
The way we started at the beginning was I brought in a list of different businesses that I thought that I would probably be able to do first as a teacher. I didn't want to present to the students something that I had no idea about. And then after that, I wrote them down on the board and then had the students add to the list. And we just generated this huge list. And then after that, we narrowed it down to greeting cards. The business itself, that's one of the best things about the whole business because it incorporates all functional academics. We do organizing. I have pictures of the students actually assembling the equipment to store the paper. I have the students handling money, which incorporates into money management, measuring, which incorporates into functional mathematics or practical mathematics. What else did we do? Counting, sorting, packaging the cards, counting the envelopes, different types of, geometric figures, okay, and a little bit of art into it as well.
first of all, the social skills is number one, because the students are now going out and socializing with people that they never have, and most of them are with the staff and faculty. And then we do the math functional skills, which involves counting money, graphing, geometry, multiplication, basic math skills, and that's all done with our math. And also we integrate the timing, the times when we do our deliveries, and the times that people need their deliveries. The students are aware of time now and the clock. And we also incorporate the reading. The reading is, of course, of the menu, and their reading of school,
The teachers' names.
yeah, teachers' names, the spellings of their names. One example is Scramstad, and they all know how to spell that now, so that's really great. That's their spelling and reading. And their health is incorporated because we talk about hygiene, safety, grooming.
The way I was able to tell who was going to be doing what job was through an assessment and evaluation. And what we did is we actually had the students make a little portfolio, and which looks like this. And in here, basically, they wrote down some of their interest, and they learned about the different tools and the different tools and techniques that they would be implementing in the card making. And that way, we evaluated the students' challenges and needs, and their strengths as well. Which one was better at stamping? Which one was better at cutting? Which one was better at measurement?
And sometimes it was just trial and error. We would just try it. If they weren't so successful at one thing or comfortable with it, then we would give them something else to do. So.
Well, we have a CEO. We have a couple of students who are in charge of setting up in the morning. We have, some students who do the cleaning the counters, making sure the sinks are clean. We have other students who are in charge of restocking, whether it's the cups, the sugar, the creamers. We have other students who are in charge of delivery. And we have a lot of students who, are very now familiar with, a lot of the teachers who are regulars. So they go on their own and they know who to deliver and at what time without us having to remind them constantly. We have students who help us, blending the drinks.
Since we kind of now have a feel of the business and it's running a little bit more smoother, we kind of came up with an idea of rotating work roles.
And to add to that, it is all students. They all vote on who's going to be the next CEO. So we do basically voting. Everything is done by votes, and it's Tiger Brew meetings that we do that.
And we rotate because we want all of the students to learn all of the roles.
Right.
All of the duties, all of the responsibilities.
To experience
So,
it.
So that's why we do the rotation.
Students need to have an education that really prepares them for 21st century job needs. And that is everything from customer service skills, which certainly her students are learning, to the kind of job skills that we want for our students, the numeracy literacy, the technological literacy, the ability to read and to write and to understand the fundamentals of business and how business works. And without that kind of exposure in a real life setting, which is pretty much what Ms. Parra and her group are doing for our students, how are they expected to get those kind of business and life skills that they need? It's like school ends on June 19th and June 20th. They're supposed to have a job and be working to support themselves. We need to provide that articulation from the education to the business world.
When implementing the business, the ultimate goal is to ensure students are actively participating. with opportunities to build on strengths, interests, and IEP goals. The business should simulate activities and promote the development of skills that students will need in order to be successful in post-secondary life.
It's been a benefit all around. It has helped our students. They've become very independent. They're forthgoing into becoming more of an entrepreneurship. And our staff is very supportive. There's no doubt about the benefit. It's evident that they are really expanding both their social, skills, their life skills. We want to make sure we prepare them for after high school. And for next year, we want to expand on what we're currently doing. So my goal is to go ahead and continue with the program and continue to provide support so that Ms. Parra, or whoever the teacher is going to be working in this program, is continually succeeding with the students. So overall, it's a great program. I'm very, very supportive of it, and we'll continue to support them.
Our lovely Ashley, one of our students, one day just out of the blues just came up to me and said, Ms. Flores, we're running out of card stock. And I looked at her like, what did you say? And she said, we're running out of card stock. For her to learn new terminology, to me, that's powerful. And I bet that everybody feels the same.
Yes.
So they're learning a lot.
We were very proud of her.
When we go sell the cards, it's cute because sometimes our customers will say, well, what did you do on this card? And they point it out, I did this, I did that, and they're so proud to brag about it.
Any card that any customer buys from our business, I guarantee you that at least 5 students have touched that card. They have some way or another
yes.
participated in making that card.
And putting that card
Yes.
together.
The challenge basically would be if this was a program, for me personally, if this was a program that's going to be first started, it would be to find a person that would be able to take on this program and move it up. Fortunately for me, the challenge was very little because Ms. Parra has done a great job. She's been here for some years. She has this program established already. So that challenge from that administration point of view is zero. Maybe some challenges with materials and supplies that she would probably find that to be a challenge. But overall, it hasn't really been a challenge for us here at Lincoln.
That one for you guys.
For me, accepting the students, the challenge of accepting what they do, and it's not going to be perfect, and that was hard for me.
She's a perfectionist, and so that was difficult for all of us. I think at the beginning, like I had mentioned earlier, there was a lot of rejects. A lot of, we kept saying, oh, this is a reject student, and they learned that word really quickly. But we also had to step back and say, this is their artwork. This is their what they're creating. So if a greeting card, maybe the picture is not colored in perfectly, it's okay because it's made by them. And that's what makes the card so unique.
If given the opportunity next year, I think we should come up with business cards, maybe so that we can advertise, going back to the advertising that Ms. Flores said, we can advertise more by giving out business cards so that when people need them, they know exactly where to come to get them.
If next year they give us the opportunity to integrate more with our SLC, I believe that the partnering our students with the Teacher Academy students will be a great avenue for us.
Edward, what do you like about the business?
What I like from the business is I like to do stuff and do like by my hands, and to measure cups directly, to make mocha, a latte, iced tea, make a lot of stuff. Then I really love to make people happy. Smile, drink the coffee, and make sure I wake up and be happy. Satisfaction, That's all I love.